guys, I really appreciate you supporting my channel and subscribing. Welcome to the Hero and the Coward series. Every Saturday at 8 PM UK time, I put a video out between 15 and 20 minutes long, sharing my life experience, my failures, my successes, also a collaboration of your experiences in the comments. And the purpose of making these videos is to motivate people to take action and to become fearless and face their fears in their life, whatever their fears are. Everyone's fears are personal to them, and to give some entertainment as well, and to have some social time, and pick up on some of the comments and keep this series going, something positive. And I really enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun. So if that sounds like you're interested in, hit that subscribe button, because as my American friends say, on this channel we do it for real and not for play. So this episode is about dedication and being dedicated to the things that you do in your life, and we'll get into that. So I'm going to start off this with a true story. One of you left a comment and it stuck out to me, and I read it a couple of days ago and I did respond to you, and you said that you've got to learn to be more patient because you lost almost $1 million in the Bitcoin crash, in the cryptocurrency. I checked online, I did a bit of research, there was a big crash, right? And it's funny because when I read the comment, although obviously that's an unfortunate thing that happened to you, I didn't receive it as negative. I didn't get a negative feeling from you, right? I actually felt positive in the sense that there's a real lesson in that. Obviously no one wakes up and hopes to lose $1 million, but you can come back from that. And that's what a lot of people do wrong in their life. I've certainly done it, right? So as I'm doing these series and I'm helping all of you, I'm calling myself out. I'm not leaving myself out of this, right? I'm not too proud or above or below anyone. I'm on the same level. But yeah, with my experiences, no one can mess about with me because they're my experiences and they're my teachings. But I'm learning as well. You're always learning in life. You guys and girls are teaching me and helping me out. And it's a collaborative thing, which is why I love doing these series. And of course, I need to set an example, which is why I dedicate myself doing the best I can to every Saturday to upload these videos, as I do the videos on the other days of boxing, dating and relationships. But I'm really enjoying this. I've got a good feeling about this series, and I get a lot of messages from people saying they needed to hear that, and I understand that, because we all need to hear things sometimes from someone else to remind us of what we know, but we're not practicing or doing enough in our life. So, we've all had losses in life. My version of my almost $1 million crash was my mental health breakdown in 2017. I lost everything. So I know how you feel. I lost my confidence. I pushed everyone away. I wasn't well. It wasn't something that I chose, but I don't dwell on that now. I move forward. So don't focus on the loss. And that doesn't mean not being human. Of course, if you lose close to $1 million, you're not just going to go, okay, what's on the football tonight? You're going to cry. You're going to be upset. You're going to be down. But don't stay there. Don't stay down. Like he says in Rocky, he says to Rocky, Mickey, don't stay down like a dog like that. You're better than it. Don't let the guys in the gym seeing you coming here carrying a spit bucket. You're better than that, right? There's nothing wrong with carrying a spit bucket, but you understand what Mickey was saying to him. And I tell myself that. Don't be down like this. Don't let people see you down. Find the courage within. And that's what the series is about, is going from a coward to a hero, right? And by the way, I'm not calling people cowards for anyone who said that. I'm encouraging people to be the opposite. And we've all been a coward in our life. Hold on a second, right? Dictionary definition, right? It's actually in a dictionary, the meaning of a coward, right? Okay. A person who is lacking in the courage to do or endure dangerous or unpleasant things. And there's a phrase here. They ran away, the cowards, right? Someone who's afraid of excessive danger, all those kind of things, right? So basically, that was the basis of me starting this channel. I wanted to overcome my own fears and inspire and help other people, because I was called a coward when I was younger. I remember going home and that feeling, it destroyed me at that time. But later on, it became a blessing, because I didn't focus on the loss. The loss being that someone who was bullying me called me a coward, and that hurt my feelings. Later on, I used it to motivate me, and I took a lot of action and found my courage. And as the great trainer of Mike Tyson said, when a fighter goes from being afraid, being a coward, to then finding his courage and being brave, he never goes back to being scared again. And there's some real wisdom in it. I understand that, and I'm sure a lot of you do. When you go from being afraid and choosing to be a coward, because being a coward is a choice, even though sometimes we don't think of it like that, because fear and anxiety is so overwhelming, and self-doubt and hesitation. When you choose to come out of that and you find your courage and you take that action, you don't go back to being scared again, because once you have that courage and confidence, in that sense, you don't go back. So just trying to put all the pieces together. So anyway, wish you the best for that. I genuinely believe that you can make the $1 million again, or maybe it was a lesson for you. I don't know all the details, right? But I appreciate your honesty, and it was admirable that you had the courage to put that out online. It inspired me. It will inspire others. And you don't have to lose £1 million to understand that, because we all lose in our life. Our girlfriends leave us, we have breakups, we lose apartments, we lose money, we lose our mental health, we get out of shape, we lose our confidence. I've been there, but we can come back from it. You know, you've got your health. You know, you can make that money again. You've grown from that. A lot of people, that's a great story to tell. That when you say that to someone in a conversation, if you say to someone, I lost almost $1 million, watch their attention come. It's funny how certain things people have got no interest, right? It's hard to get people's attention these days, right? Unless you do. If you say to someone, oh, by the way, I lost almost $1 million in the Bitcoin, it makes a great conversation. And I'm not saying that to be patronizing. I'm saying it makes you a stronger person if you go forward in life, and you can make the money back again anyway. That's something that you can get back, thank God. You can make money back, right? While you're still here. So all the best of luck with the investing and that. And I had a couple of friends who made a profit out of that, but it can happen. That's the chance you take, right? And you had the bottle to do it, so well done for having the courage. I admire and I respect someone who goes for it in life, because most people play it safe. They play it safe to protect themselves. So, dedication. Can't mention that word without thinking about Bruce Lee. And I might have said this on my videos before, but it needs to be said, it needs to be heard, it needs to be repeated again. You know, all of us growing up, let me know in the box below, all of us, I think we've all got a story. We all have that connection with Bruce Lee. We watched his films, we got inspired. I loved his physique growing up, because I was a skinny kid. Bruce Lee wasn't massive built, but the physique he had, every bit of like muscle he had, he turned his body into a machine, and he looked awesome. Seeing his six-pack, the lats, and the physicality. But when I started to study Bruce Lee's life, the first word that I ever heard was people say, he was so dedicated. The man was dedicated. Dedication, dedicated. And I love that word. I think it's a beautiful word. Sometimes you hear a word and someone doesn't need to break down the dictionary definition of what it means, but you get a sense of the history of the word, of the wisdom, of the substance, and it inspires you. And Bruce Lee changed my life years ago. He made me dedicated in the gym, and then he made me dedicated in my life. And now I'm dedicated with making the YouTube videos. So if you can take anything from this video today, take dedication. And by the way, you know, unfortunately, you can't go on Amazon and buy a box of dedication. You can't walk into Walmart or to Holland & Barrett or to any high street store or supermarket or corner shop and say, can I get a box of dedication, please? I'm lacking in that today. They're going to look at you, well, first of all, they look at you like you're crazy. And then they're going to say, can we check if we got that in stock? No, we don't have that product in stock. What is that? Dedication has to be earned, it has to be developed, it has to be exercised. So everyone has it within them, but we have to get past being a coward or making excuses or being or not being motivated. And the way I was brought up by my dad, the generation is, if you're going to do something, do it properly or don't do it at all. That's actually an old Irish saying. And if you're going to do a job, do it to the best of your ability, otherwise forget about it. Because you're going to let the person down that you're doing the job for, and you're going to let yourself down. So there's a lot that goes into dedication, and dedication is not something to be feared. It's something to be inspired and excited by, because when you start dedicating yourself to anything in life, the essence of doing that, the action of doing that will make you a better human being, make you a better man, make you a better woman, make you all the things that you want to be: more attractive, more social, more liked, you know, more intelligent, more self-aware, more energetic, more enthusiastic. So be dedicated. And, you know, I can't remember a time in my life, it was a long time ago, where I haven't been dedicated to something that I really want to do. Now, of course, there's a difference, right? This is a new lesson. I didn't even know this today, right? That's why I love talking, inspiring, teaching, learning, falling over, making mistakes, people laughing at me, whatever they're going to say, it won't stop me. There's a difference between not liking something. Now, obviously, if you don't like something, I'm not going to say you've got to be dedicated to it. I don't like cheese. I never have done. No one convinced me to eat cheese. I don't like cheese and egg, right? Maybe I'm missing out, but I had it as a kid, it made me throw up. So I'm not going to say to myself, I need to be dedicated to eating cheese. It's going to make me physically sick, right? So obviously, you've obviously got to be dedicated to something that drives you, that motivates you, that selfishly makes you happy to begin with. Because if you can't make yourself happy, how can you make other people happy? I like throwing in a couple of statements and a couple of cheesy ones, guys. I'm from the 80s, just to break things up so we don't have a long face and we're not too serious. Because I know my mum always said that to me. You need to smile more, you look so serious. And I was like, I'm not going to smile, I'm not showing that type of weakness. But as I got older, I realised it takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. And every time you smile, you brighten up someone else's day. And I'm sure coming on my videos, like I said on one of the previous ones, it's going to put a smile on your face. Because it's not easy looking this good. It's not easy being this handsome. It's not easy being this outgoing and confident when you were bullied and laughed at and teased and all the name calling at school. But I don't feel sorry for myself. I'm glad I went for it. It made me stronger. It made me better. So you can take something from that. So the relationship starts with yourself, right? And all that kind of stuff. So be dedicated. I'm telling you, man. You know, in a good, this is not approval seeking, right? There's a separate box. But if you want to win people's respect, if you want to earn other people's respect and not necessarily have everyone like you, right? That's impossible. But people will respect you if they see that this guy's dedicated. This woman's dedicated. This young man, he is devoted to what he does. He does it with every single ounce of his heart. Whether it's investing on the stock market with Bitcoin and crypto and all the other currencies, you know, whether it's YouTubing, whether it's making videos, whether it's fitness, whether it's charity, whether it's doing your 9 to 5, whether it's cleaning, you know, whether it's cooking, whether it's helping your mum out, helping your grandma out, your grandparents, your girlfriend. If you're dedicated to something and you're consistent and you build that momentum and you keep growing and you keep evolving, that's a beautiful thing about dedication. It doesn't stay the same. That's why I was so fascinated with Bruce Lee's life, because he doesn't look the same way he did in the first film, The Big Boss. You know, as the film was gone, he looks better. He looks more ripped. He has more confidence. It just keeps getting better because he put the time, the energy, the enthusiasm, and he was dedicated. So being dedicated and devoted is a really good human trait. Whatever it is that you want to do. And when I see it in other people, I admire it, regardless of what it is. I don't have to necessarily always like, because everyone's got different hobbies and interests. Some people don't like and identify with what I do. It's fine, that's their choice. It's no skin off my nose. So let me know in the box below, not only if you related to this, right? Because relating isn't enough. If it really resonated and it brought you back to a time where you was dedicated or you wasn't. And I like to talk about consequences of taking action and the consequences of not taking action, i.e. the consequences of being dedicated and the consequences of not being dedicated and lacking in discipline. Well, when you're not dedicated, you get depressed because you're suppressed. All the energy, all the ideas, all the dreams, they just get stuck. They don't get moved out. They don't get seen. No one knows it existed. They don't get manifested into what we call reality. So it wears on your self-esteem. It makes you feel like a coward. It makes you feel down, and you know that you're selling yourself short. You don't need anybody else to remind you of that, and it leads on to many negative habits and patterns. And you know, we could be here for a lifetime. We'll stop there. So when you understand the consequences, the negative consequences of not taking action and not being dedicated to the very thing that you want to succeed in, it should motivate you off your backside, off your ass, to then go and do it. So it's a wonderful thing. And please let me know in the box below, right? I read all the comments, where you've been dedicated lately and where you've seen the results. And I'll share my personal one. Throughout the entire COVID lockdown, right? A lot of challenges like everybody else did, right? Being unemployed because of my mental health challenges and COVID, you know, not having so much access to family and friends and the social distancing, all that. But I dedicated myself to learning how to operate a camera, how to be better at filmmaking, how to edit, how to shoot videos. And I'm so glad I did, because I absolutely love it. And I achieved my own personal goals that I didn't tell anyone about. You know, I learned how to get the lighting better. I learned about all these different names, about lighting, about shutter speed, about the ISO, the aperture, different cameras, different angles, how to be more professional in videos, how to get different looks. I dedicated myself throughout the entire lockdown, and I bought a new camera and I put everything into it. And now I've seen the results, you know, inspiring. I'm happy with my work. And that's a wonderful thing. Before, whatever anyone else thinks, I don't care if they don't like it, I love it. Because before I wasn't happy with the standard because I wasn't dedicated enough to at a certain point, you see. So it's the self-honesty as well, to not let pride get in the way and ego and say, yeah, I wasn't dedicated in that area and that's why I failed. I've got no one else to blame. Accountability. And you can build, you can learn something from that. So no one has to be stuck with a label. Someone said to you in your life, oh, you're lazy. You don't have to be lazy forever. You can change that. So yeah, I was lazy in 94. I was lazy in 1993 and you called me out on it or you put me down, but I'm not lazy in 2021. I'm an action-oriented person. I'm dedicated and devoted and I'm successful, or I'm on the path to being successful. So, you know, breaking out of labels. You know, someone called you shy 10 years ago. You don't have to be shy today. So it's a great thing to practice. And like I said, hopefully you can get some dedication from my words, my conversations, my videos. So I really appreciate you guys coming on, and I really enjoyed this episode today, and well done if you stayed right to the end. So my goal is to get as many of you that watch these videos to go and take action, and even just to face one fear in your life and to stick at something, whether it's gym, whatever it is in your life, to be dedicated and put that time and effort in so you can gain more confidence and become fearless. So see you in the next video. I'll see you next Saturday, same time, same place, 8 p.m. UK time. And let me know in the box below, we do this for real and not for play. Even if I get one comment, one person quotes that, we do it for real and not for play, which is just basically, I guess it's a street term or more of a loose term of, you know, we're dedicated. We're not messing about here, all right? So I'll speak to you soon. Remember, become fearless, because when you do, you become more dedicated to living a better life.